Hi, if you're a Leo born July 23rd to August 22nd, what can you expect for the month of December 2017? Let's tune in and find out. Well, fireworks. What else would we expect for Leos but fireworks? Of course, there's fireworks. And sometimes the fireworks can be in that people who draw your anger or like, wow, I don't like that. So I feel like it's a little bit of a combination of both, of unexpected, big energy, things don't quite go your way, but also like big celebratory. So it's kind of like a little bit, it can feel like for some of you best of times, worst of times. But I also feel like there can be like that, like the anger can burn out like that. So not as intense as it needs to be. And with that, it feels, oh, okay, nice. So with that, I feel like it's around miscommunication, which would make sense because we have Mercury retrograde December 3rd to December 22nd. And that really affects our communications, the way we perceive things, the way we hear things. Of course, it also affects our electronics, our cell phones, our computers, travel. So you want to leave yourself extra time when traveling. You want to have shorter to-do lists, give yourself longer time to get things done. But I really feel like this kind of like, all right, what's going on here comes from a misunderstanding. So early in the month, there may be some misunderstanding about something. It could even be around money, around what you're being paid, or what you thought the communication was around money. So be careful with your money, and if you're being paid for a job, you want to make sure that you know up front what you're being paid, and you want to make sure that it's written down. So that you have a good sense of what it is, and so there aren't any surprises. And then I also feel like it does turn out well. So I do feel like whatever that miscue is that upsets you, it really is a miscommunication. You really are misunderstanding. So I don't feel like you're getting screwed. I feel like you just think you are, and then I feel like it turns out okay. All right. So let's focus on romantic relationships for you Leos for December. I can feel like your partner wanting your attention and wanting to, whatever. And for you, it can feel a little bit like, don't bother me. Like I've got my own agenda. So, but there's also this movement of really being so present and so happy with your partner. And there's a full moon in Gemini, December 3rd, a super moon, more energy coming in. Will even look bigger in the sky. That's a really fun-loving energy, and you just want to make sure that you don't go too far with that fun-loving energy, because I feel like there's the potential that you can kind of like just, lights out, go way too far in your joy, and then that could create a little something with your romantic partner, maybe not so happy that you're having such a good time. So you just want to be aware of your partner. And as long as the two of you are cohesive, you're going to have the best time. But if you're somebody that, your partner maybe can't keep up with you, you want to have a little awareness around that. Or it's like the holidays, right? When all of a sudden too much of a good thing just becomes not such a good thing anymore. So just be aware around that moon, that new the full moon in Gemini on December 3rd, that you could potentially have too good a time that could create a little bit of a problem. All right, so just be aware, and then you're going to have an awesome time. The rest of the month, there's a lot. This is going to make both you and your partner happy. There is a lot of downtime, a lot of opportunity for the two of you to spend time together, whether it's watching Netflix, whether it's just going for a walk or a hike, or actually vacationing together. Doing decorations together. There is learning things together. I just feel this rhythm that you're in together. And so I feel like it's just that little bit of frenetic energy happening at the very beginning of the month between the two of you. And then things just start to really open up and blossom. So the month gets so much better as we go on for you and your romantic partner. Now, for those of you that are single and looking for love, want to be a little careful. Things can fall out of your mouth that maybe you didn't mean, or can be, perceived in a way that, is not attractive. So you want to be careful when you're hanging out with people, what falls out of your mouth. And if you notice right away people are reacting, double check yourself, clean it up, apologize, and even call it out. Call yourself out. Wow, I sounded like an ass there. Or geez, I can't believe I just said that. Right? So it's like if you see it, name it, and then you'll be fine. You'll be in the clear. You just don't want to try and recover and by sticking to your guns and justifying a stupid remark, right? Because that will just, like, you'll lose the audience. They'll just walk away. Party's over. It doesn't go well. Okay. Then I see the month you having an amazing time, a really good time. Lots of social opportunities, lots of money in terms of making money. So your money may have to do with socializing. So it could be either that you're somebody like a bartender, or you throw parties, or you do a lot of entertaining with your work. And I see you killing it, like just making money. So if you're in sales and you're doing a lot of schmoozing, a lot of holiday parties, man, you're getting the deals done, right? Just double and triple check your contracts and double and triple check, button the sales process down, because we have that retrograde that it messes with communication. And make sure that you have people sign all the paperwork that they need to sign, or the disclaimers, so that at the end of the month you don't have people coming back and going, wait, what did I buy? What? That's not what I bought, right? So if you have it all there, you've got a solid deal, and it's on them, not on you. Okay, but I see you just like cranking out the money and cranking out the good times. And for the relationships, I feel like it's the same thing. Like there's a lot of people around you who are interested in you. So at the end of the month, you're going to be able to have, like, I see you swarmed, just swarmed. So, and some of them may be from your past. So, and you can pick and choose from them. And I see you making time for that person from the past. And I also see you being able to make time for new people. So it's a really nice opening for you to be able to explore somebody from the past, and maybe they just got out of a relationship and now they're coming back to you and saying, hey, you know what, is there anything here yet? This is kind of like, almost like the things are turning where finally, maybe you haven't seen this person in several years, 3-4 years or whatever, and finally things are turning where there could be an opening again for this person and you, and then there might be somebody new coming in too. So it's like, wait, why couldn't have you come like 6 months ago, and why are you here now? So you're faced again, it feels like again, like this has happened before, where this old person is with somebody new at kind of simultaneously. So your job is not make decisions, right? Don't choose, don't pick, have fun, play, get to know them, and then the relationship will birth itself. So clearly I feel like you're not to pick, and you're just supposed to play, especially at the end of December when retrograde is over and you can see what you're getting yourself into. Okay, so let's look at your health. Wow, definitely old, this is energy directed at you, like really angry at yourself, conversations, embarrassment. You're hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself, because one, you can make yourself sick, right? We get in our head and we just, talk ourselves down. We don't want to do that. But I feel like your immune system is going to need some help this month. So take extra vitamin C, get extra sleep, wear layers, just want to take care of yourself in a good way. And then I think you're going to be fine. Those of you that are suffering from a little bit more challenging things, there are, especially towards the end of the month, new things that you may be able to find or that could be recommended to you, even during the retrograde period, where people know you and come back and say, wow, I was looking at your history, or I was looking at your chart and I missed that, but I saw it now. Because they're redoing, they're recalculating, they're rechecking, right? So you could have some things that were misdiagnosed come back and have it be a better diagnosis. So you could have some things looked at and see that things are actually better than what you perceived. Okay, so let's look at anything unexpected for you, Leos. some of the unexpected things may be around loss, that whether it's a relationship, whether it's a company that you worked for, but some of you may be dealing with loss or grief, like, wow, I didn't expect that to hit me so hard. Or maybe, you're somebody who lost somebody really close to you, a brother, sister, mother, father, even a year ago or a year and a half ago or 2 years ago or 5 years ago. And for whatever reason, this year it hits you extra hard. It's like, wow, I wasn't expecting to have it hit me so hard. I was fine last year or the year before. And some of that has to do with the retrograde that just has us go in, pull the shades down. And then we're left with ourselves, and we're left with, the unspoken grief, the unspoken emotions that are bubbling up and coming up. And if that happens for you, just be gentle with yourself. Take care of yourself. Call somebody like me, an intuitive healer, to help you move through those things. Don't sit in it. Reach out to a friend. Go out and volunteer. Get yourself and see the other side of life and see, we have a lot to be grateful for, right? We can always look at somebody else's life and see, that either ours is better or worse, whichever argument we're trying to win. So you want to get yourself in a place where you can get help, keep your energy up, and at the same time, take care of yourself, right? Honor that pain or that suffering, but don't get stuck in it. And there's a way to do that. There's a way to honor the grief process without going into depression and without getting stuck there. All right, you guys, I really feel like, these are good things when they're coming up. I see them as coming up to be cleared, coming up to be released, coming up to be honored, especially if it's about somebody that you love and is no longer here. It's about honoring them and honoring the memory. And it's okay to be sad and then to tell a great story about them and to presence them, because they still are here. They're still with us. So if you've got that going on and you've lost somebody you love, just cherish them and talk about them, honor their memory, and it brings them back to life, and it's going to bring you back to life. All right, you guys, have a terrific holiday season. If you like my intuitive astrology, please click like, share it with your friends, and comment below. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and a fabulous 2018. And I look forward to connecting with you again next year. Have a great month, everybody.